Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So I just want to show you how we do the last boss in MToS. Many groups probably have been doing this already. Basically you go in with 4 DPS. Before we jump into that though, make sure to claim your free gift. Every day there'll be a new one in the rewards reclaim agent in the claims tab. You can get 50 reroll tokens. Be careful which character you claim them on, because once you go and do so, you can see they automatically get put on that character which you claim them on. We should be able to see we got an additional 50. Reroll tokens are invaluable to get what you want from a chest. Yeah, they don't guarantee it, but at least you have a higher chance, because every time you reroll you basically get a new selection of loot. And you can do that twice per chest, essentially getting to look at 3 different loot. Here we get a mythic ring after rerolling our 2 times. When you're to reroll without having reroll tokens, it costs you 10,000 Astral Diamonds, and I don't generally recommend it. So it's very nice to get the value of 500,000 50 reroll tokens as a free gift. Again, make sure you claim it on the character that you want it on, as it's one claim only. So let's jump into my run where I tagged the last boss in Temple of the Spider. Now, you can see we're running in here with just 4 DPS and a healer, 2 wizards, a warlock, and a ranger. And you can see initially I don't have aggro. You can see that by the little bubbles above our name. And now I do after that artifact call where I used my mount and my daily. And then we have to break the guy out of the cocoon. And the advantage in this boss is that, yes, when somebody gets cocooned, when you have 4 DPS, it's very easy to break them out when everybody just uses an encounter or 2. And so it really relieves the pressure of that. However, the boss is not being tagged. So what you're going to have to do is, like me, move around quite a bit. Yeah, the boss has basically just a bunch of melee attacks. The rest of its attacks are mechanics where she teleports, causes a red area, things like that you can avoid again just by moving. There's only one attack you can't avoid, which is the one where she puts these orbs, which hit everybody, and that's like an area soak damage. You need to be full HP for that. And that's, you literally just fight her by just moving. That's it. And I can sustain my damage and keep moving. And that's the benefit of being a ranged DPS. I wouldn't recommend trying this as melee. You can go in as melee, but you ideally want somebody to have a bit more damage than you, so that you don't take aggro or you'll probably die, which isn't the end of the world, since then you can scroll up or somebody can pick you up and then your aggro or your threat is all gone, and then it's less likely you'll get it again, even having a skull. This is what happened here with Psy. He died right from the get-go, didn't move quick enough away from the boss and died. So he could potentially have managed to have the aggro, at least for the beginning, for a while before I caught up. Who knows? But it's all orange G, and then once you have the aggro, you never get cocooned, because that's just the way it works with the tank. So the tank can never get cocooned, or the person who has threat can never get cocooned. So if that's me, then yeah, I'm fortunate that it's never me. But we gotta keep on top of the timing, cocoon every 30 seconds, and make sure you still burn the cocoon down in time along with doing the boss. And you can see we move over here, do a few hits on the cocoon, and it's not much trouble. Well, that wasn't great there. Somebody didn't intercept the green line. I was too preoccupied with the cocoon, and the healer was probably actually in the cocoon. So that wasn't great, and that's something you need to keep aware of. Additionally, with the red lines, you may have had the strategy of the tank taking all the red lines. Well, here you're going to have to share them up. The very simple solution is whoever's targeted by the red line takes the red line, except if it's the healer. Nami does have 1 red debuff, which is not ideal when she's taking the majority of the green lines. You can just go in here and share all the lines, and that's okay. As long as you don't all end up with one person having loads of stacks of red or loads of stacks of green, you're generally okay. Especially if it's not the healer taking the red ones when they also take the green ones. And unfortunately, still didn't get what I wanted from these chests. The loot is pretty disappointing, bar the rings. Yeah, it's got the usual garbage in there. At least it drops some of the house coins there. But overall, pretty happy with that. You just gotta keep moving to tank the boss. I'm surprised they made the boss that simple to tank and that a ranged DPS can do it so trivially. Maybe they'll adjust it, but in fairness, why not, right? You got the rest of the dungeon there. The first boss, you kind of really need a tank. It's a bit hard to time dodging and avoiding all those one-shots. Same with the second boss. He'll like one-shot you all the time as well if you're not a tank. And yeah, having to continually avoid those is not really feasible compared to this boss, where his attacks are largely melee and you can just avoid all of them. So make sure to pick up your free gift, and hopefully maybe this was somewhat helpful to you guys who are running MToS. The best strategy is usually 4 DPS at the end with a healer. Another massive thank you to all of these channel members, and goodbye for now.